Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious number 16. I am your sole host this evening. I am Larry, aka Bluemanrule. I am happy to be back in here again this week. And thankfully, I want to give a huge shout out to Google Hangouts, who saved OFRN Radio episode 294 this week. We would have been without another episode again, but Google Hangouts kind of saved us. And the fellas kind of like this format. So I'm using it, been using it with Facetious as well from the beginning. So I really like it, so I wanted to jump in. Don't know if Mike, aka Scarfinger, will be here tonight, but hey, I'm just gonna jump in, do my best to tell you all what's on my mind this week, and hopefully it's a little funny. So, number one, go ahead and take my man card. But listen, here he is right now, everybody. Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. See, I had to slow it down. You try
to put the stank on it.
That's ain't nothing else but to do with, you gotta have stank, right? If you don't do anything right, as long as you can bring stank, it's okay. It's okay.
Man, I'm sitting here playing. Oh yeah, my mic is completely faced the wrong way.
Right.
Because, playing the Division, my headset stopped working, but luckily I have Windows 10, and I'm able to jump in parties from my PC.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a brilliant thing. I actually use that a lot of times when we first started doing the game nights and stuff. You know, when I first started recording them, I used to do that. So no, it's pretty slick, man. I like it.
Yeah, man, I dozed off.
Oh, it's all good, man. I figured something was all right. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fire it up. I hope everything cool. Don't worry about it. No big deal. So,
how long you been running?
I literally just started the show 30 seconds before you jumped on.
Okay.
So, all right. Yeah. Good. Sorry, man. Like I said, if you tired, bro, get you some rest. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was just straight up. I was playing the Division. I'm soloing with my new character.
See, man, you need to solo. We need to do that together, man. We need to co-op that thing, man.
I'm almost a 7.
Whatever. I can't even recall what I am right now. I think I'm close to where you are, though. But yeah, man, don't get too far ahead of your boy, man, because we got to get up in there and run it. We got the bad female company, and it's about to be on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
It's about to be on, dog.
Yo, dog, let me tell you, I've been saving this. Now I said something in the chat yesterday when I was playing with Ace, and I was playing with Knox. Something hit me the other day. Somebody sent a meme, and it was Borderlands related, and it made me think of something.
Mm-hmm.
Who at UB, when them sales came in, called Gearbox with all of the thank yous?
Right, exactly.
Because this is serious Borderlands.
Yeah, it is.
The Division is serious Borderlands.
It is. It's
serious. Like the Division owes a lot. Like we always compare that the Division and Destiny. No, this is Borderlands. This game is very much Borderlands, and I realized that while I was just kind of playing by myself, I was just like, I got kind of in a rhythm, and I was like, this is pretty much what I did in Borderlands because they're the same game.
And you think they're the same game because you run up on pistols as much as you run up on repeaters in that game?
No, it's just well, I mean the loot. And with all of the loot looking the same but being slight variants on each other,
just a little bit,
I mean, it's closer to Borderlands 1 than it is 2. The way the missions are structured, having to run to each mission, but then when you get to safe houses, or you get points where you can jump from place to place. It's just, man, this game it has a lot of the Borderlands DNA in it.
It does, man, and I think that the reason that's partially why it's successful, right? Because that loot pursuit is pretty addictive. So I think that's why it's successful in the first place. So yeah, I mean, I can understand it, but I think the Division was just, it took a while for it to make, and you can tell why, because they actually studied a lot of successful implementation and features that other games possess. So they studied it, they put it into their game, try to make it feel organic, and boom, off to the races.
Yeah, this game is if Borderlands If Borderlands, Destiny, and Borderlands, Destiny, and Ghost Recon had a baby.
Well, now where's Ghost Recon? What, for the teaming up?
With all of the team stuff, the third person, the weapons, like all of that.
Oh yeah.
It's very Ghost Recon, especially the last one.
See, I haven't played a Ghost Recon, so
Ghost Recon, the earlier ones are like the first couple of, you can get them for like pennies at this point. But Graw and Graw 2 are such great games.
Now Ace tried to do a throwback Graw 2 night, and just I couldn't. I think I don't remember how I had the game. Maybe I rented it or something. But man, like the graphics on that thing were just.
Yeah, I mean they were early games. The first Graw was like the first hit on the. Right. I think it was like the first like real hit. Like that was the first time that all of us was like, okay, we got this.
Yeah.
Because it came out before Halo, before Gears. Like it's so it was early Jake, but the last one, Future Soldier, Future Soldier was not a bad game at all. It's just like a lot of games that happen with me. I'll play them, but I'll get them from GameFly, but it'll be like after everybody has moved on.
Yeah, I can see that.
So people were already moved on by the time I got it, so I ended up playing by myself, and then I got stuck. There was just this one part I just could not get past.
Okay. So are you okay with Ghost Recon did the Future Soldier thing, and that one implemented Connect and stuff, and say what people will about the Connect, but at least it was a different way to be a little cool. You can flip your gun, rotate it, do your mods that way. But I mean, do you think Ghost Recon is ever going to go to space like Call of Duty?
No, because I mean, well, they're going open world. With Wildlands.
That's true.
I think.
Why not open new world?
I think they could. I think they could. But if I mean, it's all that Tom Clancy stuff. I would think that a new Tom Clancy's game to handle that would probably be more appropriate. Because we already know what we know what Rainbow Six is. We know what the Ghost Recons are. We now know what the Division is. We knew IP altogether. Yeah, we knew what Hawks was. We knew what In War was. Like these are all like it's all war, but it's all like compartmentalized, like separate versions of war. Like we gonna be in these streets. No, we gonna be in these trees. Like we gonna
be in these tanks. We gonna be in these planes.
We gonna be in these tanks. We gonna be in these planes, dog. Like just that, and I'm gonna control the whole thing with In War. So it's that's pretty much how they've played it so far. Okay. They've very much played it that so far. So I don't think it's gonna be anything different.
So you think they'll introduce, because they do have the rights to use Tom Clancy's name because his son ended up selling them that. So do you think that under a Tom Clancy name they will institute a brand new IP, like for space altogether, or do you think space is viable?
If they decide to go there, I think that's the way to go.
Okay, all right. No, that's cool. It's just interesting, man. I just think all of this space stuff and Mass Effect. I have to bring up these Mass Effect rumors because I think the take they have on it is unique, right? So if you all weren't listening or don't pay attention, Mass Effect is a game in space. It's pretty much made after Star Trek and a combination of Star Wars with several different species and things like this. So it's just an amalgam of sci-fi stuff. But Mass Effect Andromeda, which is the fourth game in the series, supposed to be starting a new trilogy, whatever. Fourth game in the series. And instead of, in the original, the humans ran into an alien race, and we found out we weren't the only life form out there. And then the alien race was more of the aggressors, and that created an entire conflict. And it's kind of how the humans were introduced to aliens in general, just that, hey, aliens don't like us. But in Mass Effect Andromeda now, it's taken on like a colonizing aspect of the game. So you're supposed to get there and you're trying to find a home Earth for humans. I guess we need to find a new place to live, kind of Battlestar Galactica-ish. Sorry for my dog. But because of that, we're going to be landing on new planets, and we're going to be the hostile or the aggressors to other aliens who already inhabit a certain planet. So I think that that's pretty cool. That's the rumor right now. We'll see, because Mass Effect is always a game about choice. You can be a good guy or a bad guy, or a good girl or a bad girl. It just all depends on how you want to play it. What do you think about that, man?
I have not gotten, so far, even with this new news, I have not gotten anything that interests me so far. I just don't care. Like, they haven't been able to do anything that makes me, Mass Effect fan, say, I want to play that.
But it's Mass Effect.
It's Mass Effect, but it's like, well, first of all, they haven't given me enough. They haven't given me enough. I think that by kowtowing to the fans for 3, they lost a lot from me. And then everybody quit. They lost more from me. I don't know how much I got left. Like, I was watching these videos today, and it's of like Javik cutscenes.
Javik, yeah.
I was watching some of this stuff, because a lot of the stuff you miss unless you go check on them a lot. Some of the stuff you miss,
right?
And and basically, I just watched a montage of like back in my day videos. I mean, of clips,
right? And
a lot of those I did miss, but just the idea that they're saying, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna do something completely different. Like,
here's the thing.
I don't. But see, here's the thing. Right now, we don't know if it's different. If it's different, we don't know anything other than like the slow trickle of information, and we're probably gonna get more on E3. But they got a lot to do to convince me that any of this is a good idea.
Man, okay. So I've said it before. I'm worried about it because so many big names and so many big people on the project have left. And if the game is not going to come out till 2017, that means they clearly have a lot of work left to do. You're not going to be. How many people are going to optimize an engine for over a year? Like, you still going to be optimizing Frostbite 3 for a year? Because generally they say, writers and people, they leave the project around this time, and it's fine because all the work that they've done.
All that stuff has been written.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking, well, still, though, when a game with this much choice and a game on the current generation that are much bigger, because you've seen how massive The Witcher 3 is, like, there's always an opportunity to continue to add content. And I think that I'm just worried about it. But I'm going to give it a shot, because the Frostbite 3 engine, if it looks anything close to what Star Wars Battlefront 3 looks like, then it's going to be a very beautiful game. It's going to run great. I just want them to change a couple of the BioWare-isms that are in the game, so that have plagued a lot of games. So let's talk about the stronghold / relationship building that you always have to do, right? Like you said, you have to go in and check on people all the time. There should be something. I mean, you walking around with a communicator on your wrist. Every time you pause, you can go have it put up a message if somebody want to holler at your boy. Just
like in the future. In the future, the only time I can get a message is if I'm back at home,
right,
and sitting at the computer,
talking to my assistant.
Right, and talking to my assistant got to be like, yeah, you got a phone call, player, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that, because for some reason in the future I have nothing close to a cell phone.
I got an Omni tool on my wrist.
Yeah,
but I can't get a message.
I got a holographic that could turn into solid light machine on my wrist that I can use to research, to unlock stuff. Right. I can use it for all this, but I can't get no text messages.
Right, I can punch somebody in the face with this thing, but I can't be trying to get at your boy.
This thing that is a hologram that projects outside of my arm, that when I want it to, it can turn into solid light, and I can literally stab somebody with light.
literally.
I can't get no text messages.
I can't get no text message. Yeah, like to me, that is the strangest thing ever, man. I don't understand it. It won't let me share my screen for some reason right now. But I have the picture pulled up right now, and that's the thing that's glowing on his arm is his Omni tool. Like it's just, I wonder, like why they making me do this? Why can't
I can't get no text messages till I come back to the crib.
and not even when I'm somewhere else in the crib. It's when I'm right by the thing I need to check. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I get 5 feet from my computer. Oh, by the way, homie, you got a message. Oh,
and she'll tell you until you start to walk away. Like I just got back from a mission for some reason. I get back from a mission, I'm standing right back where I started. No one shows me getting into the ship. I'm just right back where I started, and so I can start another mission from where I am.
I should be able
which is fine until I turn around to go do something else and be like, "Oh, you got some messages, player." Whoa, really? Somebody could have told me that when I first got back to the ship, right?
Right. The thing I used to like about, I think it was the original Dragon Age Origins, you used to go and make camp. So you used to go in, you used to find a place to camp, you used to make camp. When you made camp, you could always go talk to somebody. But I just think they need to change the format up. So, just make it most RPGs.
No, I would rather make camp so I can go talk to people than to be stuck talking to Karth for half a game.
What's wrong with Karth?
You know what? I don't want to be able to talk to Karth whenever I feel like it. Like, no. See, I don't want to. I want to talk to. The voice actor for Karth and Kaden is the same guy.
Is Karth the guy that's the special dwarf that enchants your stuff? That yells enchant.
No. I'm talking. Karth is from KOTOR.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's right.
It's pretty much the guy. It's pretty much the guy you start off with.
Right, exactly. Yeah, your partner. Yeah, your partner the whole time.
Yeah,
who look at you like, I don't trust you, player. Pretty much, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So I'm just, like I said, that's gonna be really cool, and I really hope it's good because we're gonna have Deus Ex coming out here in May. And
I hope, please, Deus Ex, do not do any version of the transgender coon lady again.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I recorded a clip of that. Letitia. Oh,
whoever her name is
doing, Mr. Jensen? How's you doing? Oh, Letitia, I got some news for you.
Yeah, please don't.
Man, come on, man.
Just if you want to have a black person, just have a normal black person. Like, they don't have to be like, yo, this is what you do. Video game designers.
Here we go.
Video game designers, take the character that you have, take the voice acting that you already have, and just make one of those dudes black. Don't change nothing else. Right. Just make him black.
Right.
He could be exactly who he was. He don't have to talk funny. He don't have to act funny. Just let him be who he is, and just change his skin color.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you really got to do when it comes to like this type of stuff. And I despise Coltrane. Coltrane.
I mean, a lot of people do.
Because I hate the fact that I know that's why he got the job. He got the job being the office linebacker. So they basically took the office linebacker and put him in that world. But the idea of the office linebacker is the stereotypical, black football player.
Right.
This is not Earth, and this is light years away from Earth.
Right.
How do you end up with a stereotypical black football player on this fictitious planet that seems to have nothing to do with Earth?
Well, and let me tell you, here's the thing. Developers make what they know. And unfortunately, a lot of people who develop games aren't our color, A. B, even if they aren't our color, didn't grow up around where we grew up. And C, a lot of games, and we're talking about Deus Ex, which was actually created by a studio in Montreal. And so you're talking about, I don't know how many black people live up in Canada, but there's not that many. So when you talk about absence from source material, that's kind of what you get. That's one reason you get so many offensive figures from games that come out of Japan, because there aren't a lot of us there either. And No, I hear you, and here's the thing: we want it authentic, right? We want someone who's authentic, right? Not someone who's made up, not someone who's stereotypical, just someone who's authentic, who seems real, seems like someone we would actually know. The problem is, the hang-up is, they don't have anyone around them like that, so then they don't know how that person should be portrayed. And that's problematic because you can't have people write for them. You can't have people double check their they can't have people double check their lines or anything.
Did you put up the link?
I did. I only put it on Google Plus, but let me give it to you real quick.
I know. I find it on Google Plus. You do your thing. Oh, did you get my message? I commented on one of the videos. You spelled facetious wrong.
Did I? Man.
Yeah. I was like, what is factitious?
Yeah, factitious. Man, sometimes it's the spell check, man. I always slow down when I'm spelling it too. But I don't know, man.
I think it was 14 or something like that was spelled wrong. I was like, did you spell that right?
Yeah, man, I need to go fix that. I try to get them all right, but yeah, it doesn't always happen. So, but I'll get that fixed. Man. But yeah, so I don't know how we started, but like I said, space needs to be good because look, man, if y'all ain't got y'all stuff together when Cyberpunk 2077 come out from CD Projekt Red next year, it's gonna be real tough.
No, but that's you're basically saying that can't nobody do nothing after The Witcher, which that ain't true. Like Fallout came out and did just fine. So I don't think that's the case. I think Cyberpunk, whatever that ends up being, may lessen some of these other games, but it's gonna have to be out for a little bit because it's unproven.
Right, and I'm not saying that.
The Witcher was proven, so it could come out and be like, starting on these hoes. But so, like The Witcher could do that. I don't think a new IP can step out here and stun on these hoes. Well, like that's not how this works. That's not how this works. And go ahead.
The whole reason I say that is because I'm talking about people in the sci-fi category, like just specifically sci-fi RPGs, like Deus Ex, Mass Effect, and that one. Like it's gonna be serious, stiff competition, and CDP, like they have that standard now that I've known them for. Now the entire gaming industry knows that they put out some legit work. And
I didn't know until recently. Now I'm not a deep into PC gaming. Mm-hmm. I didn't know God was theirs.
Yeah, they own it. They began as a publisher for games in Poland. That's how they started. So yeah,
I didn't know that was theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I really am, man. One thing I'm looking forward to getting you into, man, is Supergirl. Like it's different. It's Flash-like in what it does.
I want to watch it, but like it don't come on none of the stuff that I watched.
It comes on nothing. It comes on nothing.
It ain't on Hulu. It ain't on Netflix yet. I ain't gonna watch it until it's on one of them. I'm not gonna watch it on TV. Like, well, I'm getting my Fire Stick hacked, so I might try to look it up that way. But right. I'm not down. I'm not really down for the BitTorrent stuff anymore. It's just too much of a hassle, and it's always a risk. Like, you getting that call from your ISP, like, come on, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Come on, buddy. Like I'm through with that. Like I don't really. I stopped doing movies because of that. But then TV shows are kind of a gamble, and I'm just like I don't really want to keep gambling with my internet because I don't have a choice here. I have to have cable because there's no Fios in my area.
Right. Like I said, well, you and I both have Cox. I don't have a problem with Cox.
Nope, I've had Cox since I've lived on my own. I've had Cox.
Okay, cool. But no, man, I do recommend it. It's kind of Flash-like. I just watched the crossover episode, which is episode 18, I believe. So okay. I just watched that. It's fairly enjoyable, man. I think you might like it. It just takes a little while to get into. It does take a while to get into. Okay. But no, I think you'd like that. And you're right, man. Second Chance. More people need to watch that. Like, I need to watch that live.
I finally finished it. The finale happened, bruh. That was the finale, and I'm like, it ended on such a note. It ended like how there's a couple of Buffy seasons that end where they didn't know if they was coming back or not. So they just kind of ended it like, well, if this is it, then I think we got it. Like you know, like when Buffy
I don't know nothing about Buffy.
There's a season finale she died because I think whatever the channel like UPN or somebody like dropped the show and then it got picked up by another channel and they rolled out with the other channel. So, but like they were like, oh wait, this is it. She gonna sacrifice herself. Good to go. She's gone. Like, you know, so it's just kind of crazy. Like, but I think they did a very good. They had a very good way of ending it. And just in case we don't get picked up, I think we have a good idea where these characters are going to be.
There. Yeah.
And then they dropped that nugget in. They dropped the nugget in after the fact. They dropped a nugget in after the fact of what to expect if they do come back.
Oh, okay. Man, that's cool. Like I said, I just need that one episode and I'm done on second chance. So I'm almost there. I'm almost ready to finish that season up as well, man. But it's a good show. It's a good show, man. And it's a shame. But yeah, I'll just wait till you get back. But in the meantime, if you get a chance, if you're interested in Batman versus Superman, actually, I just recorded with some guys from Open Forum Radio a Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice spoiler cast. So we go over everything. We talk about the entire show, the entire movie. We go into it. So if you've watched the movie, please check it out. If you haven't watched the movie and don't want any spoilers, don't play it. Don't play it for real. But
don't play what? You're talking about some Superman shit, then?
Yeah, I'm talking about the spoiler cast that we just recorded. I just uploaded it just before we started recording.
After everything everybody's saying, I don't know if I want to watch the movie.
You should go watch it on your own, and that's what I'm gonna tell everyone. Like, these are our opinions. We have our opinions. Scar's kind of heard my opinion.
Nobody I trust has said this is a good thing.
The thing is, a lot of people may enjoy it. See, Scar, you ain't all up in them comics like a lot of people, and so the reason that creates a dissonance is because we have all this back knowledge. But because you don't,
I'm not a DC person at all.
Exactly. So because you don't have that prior existing knowledge, you have nothing to conflict with. So just go in and enjoy the movie, man. I think you'll enjoy it. So yeah, I'm just trying to encourage everybody, go check that out, please. It's enjoyable. It's on the Open Forum Radio feed. You can just type in Open Forum Radio on any one of your listeners, and it's after episode 294. So check that out. But man, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Why does Urban Dictionary exist? Why do we have urban? You know what? I was looking up. I went to Urban Dictionary
because the stuff because the things that are defined by urban people or urban society doesn't necessarily always get transferred over to the official dictionaries. So you have to have a place where you can define some of these things that, you know, like if someone just says in the just out of the blue that something is on fleek, you have no idea what that means.
Right.
But this is something that young people are saying. So there has to be a place where you can define that. And you know, someone just had the idea of let's put this all in one place.
But I mean, I was on there yesterday, and this is the whole reason I went to topic, because I went on there and I was like, all right, who created the Urban Dictionary? And it has a similar structure to Wikipedia, but like it had a term on there called truffle butter, and I'm like,
oh
really?
no.
I was like, what is that? So I was like, no, I know what it is.
No. But a lot of people went looking for it because there's a song. Not from people that you know, but there's a song called Truffle Butter, and it has Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake, I believe. So, like the song is called Truffle Butter. It's not like anybody says or explains what it is in the song. But the song is called Truffle Butter. And you're like, why is this called Truffle Butter? My ex-wife hit me up one day and she's like, I like that song. Is because there's a sample from a house music song, and it was like in the song they just say and it's just that looped over and over again, right? And she was like, yeah, I like that song. It was that song. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, yeah, the song, and I'm like, you mean Truffle Butter? Do not look that up. I was like, I said, no, I think the song is called Truffle Butter, but do not look that up. And I said specifically, do not look that up. She was like, why? I was like, trust me. Trust me here when I say do not look that up. And so I'm chilling. The conversation happens like earlier in the day. I'm at work. And so I say they're the best. So we had that conversation, and later on, I'm at work, and this is like 2 or 3 hours later. All I get is, "Oh my God, that's gross!" And I said, "I told you." Like I knew exactly what she did because that's all she said. I said, "I told you, didn't I?" And she was like, "I couldn't resist because you told me not to do it, but then I had to find out what it did." So yeah, most people look that up because of that stupid song. What's the song? The song itself jams. I don't really care that much about like what the song is really what the rapping. Like each of their flows and the beat, and it's like it's a house music sample, so it got that in it, and it just all together. Truffle Butter, the song works. Truffle Butter, the term,
no, not so much. No. Man, I went on there and I was just looking like when you. So I put it up I put Urban Dictionary in my Google search engine, and when I hit enter. It pulls up like most popular terms under it, right? So it gives you like examples, and that was number 1, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" So I was like, "No, son." So that made me think, why does it exist? Like who founded it? And, that's crazy, man.
It exists for people who want to find out what truffle butter is, and then find out what truffle butter is, and realize they didn't want to know.
They didn't want to know in the first place. It's ridiculous, dude. Oh man, it's crazy. But oh man, I just wanted to know about that, man, because I was like, wow. Thanks, Urban Dictionary. Thank you, Urban Dictionary.
Thank you, Ice Cream Man.
Right.
Thank you, Ice Cream Man. We were talking about that. We was talking about that in the chat last night. Well, we was playing the division. Hey man, I know you a hater.
I ain't no hater.
But Left 4 Dead, man.
Oh, here you go.
Left 4 Dead Left 4 Dead 2 is on back compat, dog. I'm telling you, Left 4 Dead 2 is the second best co-op game of all time.
Forget that game. Forget that game.
You have to try it, dog.
Dude, I had Left 4 Dead 1 back when we were doing the tag days. It was a community night. It red ringed my Xbox. I did. And two red ring you. Two messed my.
Really?
Yep, it didn't red ring it, but it messed it up and made my drive really, really loud.
Really?
From that point on. Yep.
Yeah, but it's digital now.
I still ain't getting it. Like y'all can have it. Y'all can have fun. Y'all can have some fun.
Second best co-op game of all time.
Yeah.
It's second on that list, dog. Do you understand what that means to be second and how much stuff is in front of? Second best co-op game of all time. Number 1 is Rock Band. Like that's the best co-op game of all time.
Scar, I've never owned a music game since last generation or this generation. Not one. The only one I've owned is the one with the microphone. I think it was the music one that came out. The Lips. That was it. Never owned an instrument game.
Lips had the wireless microphone that was actually pretty decent.
That's what I had. I traded it in.
This was pretty decent. The song lineup was not that good, and they didn't have those community features that SingStar has, because SingStar had the Sing Store, and you could upload clips
Yep,
and there was people like singing and doing dance routines behind people. They were like some people were really getting into it. In the same store, and you just didn't have none of that. It's just you just played the game. Karaoke Revolution, it was actually pretty good. Also, there's a Karaoke Revolution American Idol game that I think I still own.
Well, let me take it back. I had DJ Hero 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I enjoy DJ Hero.
I have both. I have a DJ Hero 2 box with a controller that I've never opened. And then I went back and I bought a used version of the first game when I had intended on playing that I've never opened.
Really?
I own 1 and 2, and I because I was in Big Lots, and Big Lots had the whole DJ Hero 2 kit for $20.
Man, that's a good deal, because I ended up getting it for like $30, I think, the whole kit with the brand new turntable, which actually was a little better, and the game in it as well. But I really enjoy DJ Hero. I wish they would make that back compat. Like, let me take and use that instrument and give me another DJ Hero game.
The problem with that is they had on Xbox, you have to have an adapter to use your old Rock Band stuff.
That's fine. It's $20, right? It's a $20 adapter.
No, it's like $25.
$25
to be able to use the stuff I already got.
I hear you. I mean,
it's an extra. I think it's like 25, but like it made the game an extra $20.
Right.
Like if you buy the game with the adapter, I'm like, come on, man. If you got it on PlayStation, everything works just fine.
If what I really want is for them to make the fighting sticks backwards compatible, because I have a wireless Tekken that's legit.
But remember, that's the reason why a lot of people were complaining. Because it's like, yo, you made it so that they can use their old stuff. Why can't I use my fight stick? Or why can't I use my racing wheel? Like, all of this stuff just popped up all of a sudden, and it was like, next question. Like, they never they never really explained why you couldn't have your stuff.
It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. It's because, right now I'm not working, and right now just investing more money in anything is not something I'm looking to do. Right. So, I mean, you got a brother going back scrubbing the achievement list, looking at, okay, I can do that. I can pull that off. I can do this. I can jump up with in Rocket League and knock the ball in the goal out of the air 20 more times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that. Do that. So yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting to know, because I gotta get up in that tournament for with Meef J and them. I gotta get up in the tournament, and
we gotta put some money together and buy Meef the division. Like, seriously.
Yeah, man. He needs to get up in there and come on out here with us. He would, because he loves Destiny, and he would have a great time doing this.
One of my friends who is just a very, very serious Destiny fan. Like, he had it on Xbox 360 and then bought a PlayStation 4 so he can keep playing Destiny. And even to the point to where I follow him and his girl on Facebook, and his girl's like, "Oh my God, can somebody please get rid of Destiny?" that bad. And I said something about, I posted my character when I hit level 30. He was just like, "Man, I tried that game and I just couldn't get into it." I'm like, "How?"
Exactly. It's the same experience. Like, I was listening to you, and
the only thing it doesn't have is the fantastical.
Yeah, they don't have the sci-fi. They don't have all of that stuff. But
no, they do got the sci-fi. I mean, if I wait a few minutes, I can pull a turret out of anywhere. That's sci-fi. I can look. I ain't got no grenades right now. Give me 2 minutes.
Right. Let that cool down, come back.
Right. I think that's a little bit sci-fi. Like, I can just, don't matter where it came from, but I can pull out a ballistic shield.
Right.
Don't ask me where this came from, but I just got a ballistic shield.
And 2 minutes later, I could pull it out. I could run and it'll disappear, but as soon as I stop running, it comes back.
It's right back.
Right.
Right back like it left something.
Right. Yeah, man. So
it does have the sci-fi in it. It doesn't have the fantastical.
Yeah, it doesn't have the fantastical. But to me, man, To me, those games are so similar in structure pattern, in co-op planning. They're so similar in the end game that you do. Like all of that stuff is so similar. And for people sitting here constantly denying it, you need to take another look and re-examine it. Seriously. Because just because they have different texture model on it doesn't make it different. It is virtually the same thing. It's just that in the Division, I care about what I'm doing. You know?
Yes, very much.
So,
but they don't do what the Division doesn't do is because it's not fantastical, everything is grounded in reality. So like nouns, you don't get any nouns that you don't recognize.
What do you mean?
People, places, and things. Like you understand, like like someone is explaining something to you, and like when you get like one of those cutscenes in Destiny when you're just on the ship, which everyone wanted something to do with the ship, and it just turned out to be the loading screen. When you're on that ship and they're running things down to you, of course, with the fantastical, those nouns are not, they start telling you about the Archon priest and all of this other stuff, and like that doesn't mean anything to me because it's not grounded in anything, and it's not any of the nouns that I know.
Well, it's grounded in their canon that they created, that they did a poor job of explaining throughout the game.
Here's the problem with the Division, though. Even though I understand the story better, and it all makes sense, I don't care about none of them people.
You don't care about none of them, huh?
I don't care about none of those people. Like I don't like when I was watching a review from Games Radar. They waited 21 days before they did the review, so they could do as much as they can. And he said, like, after this thing was over, I don't really remember most of these people, and to be honest, I only remember the three people that we saved. Well, I remember Lau because she starts you off the game. I remember the three people that we saved, to be the heads of the three different divisions.
Right.
I don't really remember anybody else.
Yeah. Well, it's
after the game is over. After the game is over, there's another echo that you go get. After you do that last mission, there's another echo that you go get. And there's this guy that's talking. And after a few seconds of him talking, I became a character in the Peanuts. It was just like, wah, wah, wah,
right.
wah, 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 wah.
I get that one, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. Like, it became that because I didn't care at all about who he was.
Right.
The only person that I cared about who they were was old girl, who was in charge of the Rikers, because they characterized her so well.
Bennett, was that it? Or Barrett? Yeah. Lorraine Barrett.
Is it Barrett? Bennett? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Whoever, her. They characterized her so well, and you wanted to kill her so bad. Like, I think they Darth Mauled her. She could have been, like, seriously. They Darth Mauled her. Like, you got this character, and they really make you go, I want to kill that person. And they let you kill her.
Yeah, they did.
But see, like, and they Darth Mauled me because you could have stretched her out. Like, she would have been like, all right, then, Rikers, peace, and got out of there at the last minute. She could have got out and she thought she was leaving you to get killed, and then you kill all of her people, and she's like, oh, well, let me go start another crew.
Right. Now, I'll say this. Here's the thing that makes me worry about these console shooter MMOs, right? The way an MMO is written, it wants to make the game and the characters and the relationships as open as possible to appeal to as many players as possible. But when you do that, you can't get a characterization like you can get in a Tomb Raider or in an Uncharted game. Like, you can't care about those characters. You'll even though Garrus is in the game, you don't care about that dude like you cared about Garrus. You know what I mean? So
no, because, well, see, I don't think they did enough to whereas you care that much about the people that you're around. I think that they did enough to give you reasons to want to kill the bad guys.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. They gave you enough reasons to be like, okay, that guy got to go. Yeah. Or she got to go. But they didn't do enough to And then also the fact that your character doesn't speak. Like, so you don't have any idea of your person who you're role playing as. You have no idea who they are. I know they don't speak because they want them to be you, but I know this ain't me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know this ain't me. Like Shepard speaks for me, but Shepard has his or her own personality, and I just pick which side of that personality they lean towards. But Shepard is a person.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
So it's like, I mean, me personally, like I said over and over again, I wish that they did the Saints Row 1 thing, where you play Saints Row 1 and you have the 3 gangs, and when you do the last mission of the gang thing, your character speaks and everybody's like, oh, like you actually, and they have because there is comedic, and they play it for the comedic. They play it for the comedy.
Right.
And and your character finally says something, and they go, really? You just said something? And your character always says something like kind of cheesy, but just the idea that your character has sat around all this time and ain't said a word. You get to that last mission and they're like, bling, bling. It's like, all right, yeah, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing there. So I just wish they would have did something like that.
Okay.
I wish they would have did something like that, like give my character some sort of give them some sort of personality. And like I get it, like you want me to think that this is me, but they said the same thing for Halo, and Master Chief is his own person, and I still got through Halo just fine.
Okay, that's cool. Cool. Well, you got anything else that you want to discuss before we get up out of here, man?
Man, I went to the store. And I got some of them strawberry shortcake Oreos.
Come on, son. We talked about this, man. You don't need that stuff. I made fun of you for liking those.
I had to try them. And like I said, I got some red velvet over there that I bought and I never opened. But I'm gonna try these strawberry shortcake.
Hey, you know what's good? My wife got me some the other day. Oh man, I can't even remember now, man. But they were so good. I
want to try the cinnamon roll ones.
That's the one she got me. Because I love cinnamon roll. She got me the cinnamon roll off the chain.
I'm vaping off of some cinnamon roll right now.
I'm
vaping off some cinnamon roll right now.
Hey, real talk. I bought some Oreos from Sam's. I mean, some cinnamon rolls from Sam's, and I've been making cinnamon rolls this week.
Word up.
Yep. Real talk. So
I want to get a waffle iron so I can do the cinnamon roll waffles thing.
What?
Yeah, you take the cinnamon rolls that you get from the store,
and
you press them in the waffle iron instead of putting them in the oven.
Really?
Nigga.
Okay, I got another roll of cinnamon rolls in here.
You got a waffle iron?
Dang right, I got a waffle iron.
Man, listen. Hey, you ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do.
We might give it a shot, man. My wife, she be nervous though, man. My son can't eat everybody's stuff. So if I get all the ingredients and stuff on the waffle iron, even though I'm gonna wash it, she ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, I just got a recipe so I can make my own corn fritters. It's time for me to make my own corn fritters, dog.
Nice.
Some people call them corn nuggets.
Corn nuggets. So what is inside of them?
It's like baked dough with some corn in it.
Oh, okay. When I grew up, my grandma used to make me apple fritters. She used to make me like little apple tarts all the time. Boy, you want to talk about good,
bro? Let me tell you, there's a Walmart around here that sells these pastries, and I can't find them nowhere else. And they are lemon fritters.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
I just talked about this on the show. Somebody hit me up. But lemon fritters, bruh.
Yeah,
I think I talked about it on the show that I just released yesterday.
Okay. I don't know if that's the one I was listening to. I was listening to you and Pimp talk about how he didn't like the division that much. So
I think because he doesn't like the division because he doesn't have the same kind of community that he had with Destiny.
Right.
Like he went on PlayStation. I mean, he went on Facebook, found a PlayStation Destiny group, and started playing games with them. And that's what enhanced his Destiny, because he didn't buy Destiny until the Taken King.
Right. Yeah. That's what he was saying. And I'm like, how can he love it so much? But he waited like a year to buy it.
Right. So, but is he found a community, and that community, he stuck by that community, and they stuck by him.
That's good, man. That's cool, man. I mean, but I'll still hold to it. If a game isn't good by itself, then just it's the same way with friends. It's just more people there to experience it. So that's
I like the Division more because of playing with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would like. I don't think I would like serious Borderlands more than regular Borderlands. It's Borderlands minus the humor. I don't think I would care about serious Borderlands if I didn't have y'all to play the games with. I do a little bit of soloing, and that's only because like if I go online and then like a bunch of my friends are not the same level as I am or something like that.
Right.
And I got a bunch of friends who are 30s and they're like hardcore about getting Phoenix credits and all of that stuff. And I'm like, nah, that ain't me. But so I get on and I'll solo, but it's not the same. It's not the same without y'all.
Yeah. I mean, I hear that, but I think I enjoy the game enough as it is on its own. Of course, I enjoy it more with the community and stuff, man, with everybody. But I like it fine on its own. Like
you're pretty much soloing on PC, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I think I played with Robbie Joe one time for like 30 minutes. And
okay. I have done, when I do missions, I have played with randoms a few times. And that has actually worked out well. Like nobody's talking to each other, but we can still get through the missions. I mean, the very last mission, me and one other dude did it from beginning to end. It was hard and we died quite a bit. But yeah, me and one dude went through that General Assembly mission by ourselves.
Nice, man. So I don't know. Again, for the second week in a row, I endorse the Division. Go check it out. It's a fun game. I think you might like it. So, well, Mike, go ahead and give you shout outs, man. Tell people where they can find you and everything.
On the Twitter, I am Scarfinger. On the Google Plus, I am Scarfinger Hood Rich. You can find the website GeeksGone.com. The show Scarcasm Live. My YouTube. My YouTube. Oh yeah, you can find the Dream Team. I think that's at singlesimulcast.com. I think it's hosted on Rashani's all of Rashani's stuff. You don't listen to the Dream Team, do you?
No, because I ain't never been on it. I've been on it one time, I think.
You should listen. It will be
I used to listen all the time. Right now I currently have 24 subscriptions in my podcast feed.
But you ain't got no job. You ain't got shit.
I still can't get through.
I'm behind on Levitard and Bo. So I'm behind on everything because I'm behind on Levitard and Bo.
Oh, okay.
So I'm down to the point to where I got to listen to the best ofs so that I can catch up.
That's all I do with Bo now. But that's all I can do. I just listen to his best of every day. I look for that 4th episode on the day and download that bad boy. It's like 58 minutes. I download it and I go. So
yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to catch up, man. It's gonna be hard.
For sure. And you said on YouTube you are Scarfinger 36.
Yes, I'm Scarfinger 36.
For sure.
Which is my favorite number doubled.
Okay. Word. All right, y'all. Well, of course, you know where to find me. All the stuff is in the show notes. It's L. Asbury on YouTube and Twitter, Larry Asbury Jr. on Google Plus, Facebook, and email, LarryAsburyJR@OFRN.com. And on every gaming network available, I am Bluemanrule. Thank you so much for listening. We had a great time. We'll be back in your ear again next week.
Sorry for being late. I was playing the Division by myself, wasn't nobody else around, and I dozed off.
By myself. I did that so many times on Mass Effect that ain't even funny. Dozed off while playing.
Real gamer. By myself. Like, no.
Kevin Hart this bad boy. By myself. All right, y'all. Y'all stay open. Deuces.
Pieces.